Hi everyone, it's Justin here, Voices for Voices. Thank you very much for joining us. If you're watching and listening here in the United States, across the world, thank you for making Voices for Voices what we are today, what we have been, and what we are going to be in the future. We're very grateful for you to spend any amount of time with the Voices for Voices family. If you can do some free things for us to help us reach more people, to get closer and closer and closer to that goal that we have to reach and help at least 3 billion people over the course of my lifetime and beyond, you can do that by doing one or more of these free things. Doesn't cost you anything. Give us a big thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, and even you can pull out your phone. And if your phone's already out and you're watching and listening, maybe you can share the Voices for Voices podcast with 25 or 50 of your contacts. They won't be uh, they won't they won't be upset, and you won't be upset because you've heard of us. You've been with us. So welcome back and welcome to new viewers, new listeners for this episode. We invite each and every one of you. We're over 550 episodes going strong. I want to remind everybody is whether this is your first episode or you've been with us from the beginning, to go ahead and check out the rest of our catalog of over 550 episodes. So thank you for being with us. Episode today, there was a song back in the 90s. There was a band called Nirvana, and uh, tragically, the lead singer Kurt Cobain passed away. There was one song that I was thinking about the last couple of days, uh, and that is "Come as You Are." And so this isn't to glorify everything that the band was. It is to merely just to take those words, "Come as you are." And you might ask, well, why is that important to have on an episode? It's very important because we do very little judging of anybody. We fall short sometimes. Everybody falls short sometimes. But we try our darndest not to judge others. And so with that, come as you are, that means come as you are, as you're as you're dressed today, for the things that you do. I know when I go to the gym, there are there's individuals that are using the gym that are wearing all kinds of attire, all kinds of clothing. Some have jeans and a t-shirt, some have jeans and a polo shirt, some have shorts and a polo shirt. Uh, and some have shorts and a t-shirt. And some have, gloves that help them lift weights and to do their workout. Uh, and so that really hit home uh, a day ago, and just getting around to filming this episode. And we want to just share, let everybody know that come as you are. You don't need to change to be part of the Voices for Voices family. There's nothing you need to do special, extra. I mentioned, if you could help us out and give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, reach out, pull out your phone and send the Voices for Voices podcast to 25 of your contacts in your phone. That doesn't mean you have to do it. It's merely, which is what our brand is and has been and will be. It's coming as you are. You don't have to do any of those. And while sometimes shows that we've done in the past and there may be in the future, I don't know, uh, on a wide variety of topics. But the one topic you won't hear us talk about at Voices for Voices or mythical creatures around the world is the intent to harm anybody, physically, mentally. You don't hear that with us. Yes, you may hear some information you may not agree with. That's okay. Turn the channel, turn the dial, as the old saying goes. Turn the dial on the radio, turn the dial on the podcast, turn it off, turn something else on. Um, but you will not hear Voices for Voices inciting any kind of violence, harm towards anybody. Yes, we have enemies. I think all of us have enemies to an extent. Um, but even with individuals being our enemies, that doesn't mean we wish any harm on them at all. We mean zero physical harm. We're not telling anybody to go out and do anything to hurt anybody physically, mentally, spiritually, the whole gamut. You're not going to hear that. And so again, might not like the content in some of the episodes. That's okay. We have over 550 episodes, and I can guarantee you that not all of them, a very small percentage of them, deal with certain aspects that individuals could consider as controversial, uh, because not a lot of people do it. It's a hard thing to do to take a stand. It's hard, just like it's hard to wake up in the morning sometimes, you know. Uh, whether, cloudy, overcast, snowing, whatever it may be, I go through it every year. The SAD, SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Uh, and that's just something that I go through. Uh, it's okay. I'm not the only one that goes through it or has any um not harm. Uh just that feeling. We had a guest on several episodes ago now at this time, when this episode comes out, and he was talking about getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, putting new clothes on, getting something to eat. All of those things each and every day, not only are they choices that we make, but as somebody, with major depression myself, I know exactly how that feels. It's like, oh my gosh, I got to start today. Am I going to be able to get to whatever projects that I was planning on? Or will I not? And so I might be like, okay, well, I'll just do something. I'll just do those tomorrow. And sometimes it's good. Like, let's just say like going to the gym. Going to the gym is good. It's great. It's helpful. Um, it's helped me a ton. But you always gotta have days where you don't go to the gym to let your body recuperate a little bit, let those muscles rest and start to expand. Excuse me. And otherwise, our bodies just will just be in uh, a continuous state of potentially burnout. People talk about, hitting that plateau at the gym. Like I was working out for 3 months or 2 months or whatever the time may be. That doesn't matter what the amount of time. And then I hit a plateau, meaning we're trying to lift a certain amount of weight and for one reason or another, not able to lift more. And for me, it doesn't matter the amount of weight that I lift or the stretches that I do or any of that. Uh, yes, there's numbers to the weights, but yeah, I mean, I'd be silly if I wouldn't want to try to move up with the weights, to lift a little bit more. But I also have to remember that I'm not 24 anymore. I'm 44. And and so I just need to be a little bit more careful. Um, I I think I pulled a uh, calf muscle, and I really noticed it when I was on my last cardio day. So I did cardio on the treadmill for 30 minutes, and then I did the arm cardio with the arm bike for 30 minutes. Um, and I was just walking like, on a treadmill, like I'm not running, like I'm just there to kind of as one of um, as one of the other individuals. Well, we were talking, and he was sharing with me what helps him, and he said that do 10, 15 minutes on a treadmill just to get your blood flowing, and that I did 30 because that was what I was doing that day. I was doing cardio. So I was doing cardio, on the treadmill, walking, trying to use my arms too to get a little bit of workout that way. And then the arm bike, so it's basically like a bicycle for your hands you can go forward or you can go backwards. Um, and so that was my cardio day. Will my next cardio day be the exact same? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Maybe I'll start with the arm bike first and then go to the treadmill. I don't know. Just getting back into the swing of things has been so helpful and um, so calming by going and again I don't like to I like to get in and get out. I like to go in, I like to do my workout, and I like to get out. Some of the individuals, they'll say hi and um but the one individual I'm referring to, he's very kind and then he'll just recommend something. He doesn't say you have to do it this way or you have to do it that way. He says, "Here's what I do. Like, I don't know, like maybe try it." So it doesn't mean I'm gonna always do the treadmill for 15 minutes before I start lifting the weights. Um, that when I do lift the weights, they're not at the amount, obviously, where it used to be when I was, let's say, 24. Uh, but just doing it, just being, you hear the saying, a body in motion stays in motion, a body at rest stays at rest. And I think that's pretty clear, uh, and good, like a good tip or a good, um, I don't know, I don't know what they call it. It says like a tip, I guess. It's true. Like when I'm sitting a lot, I notice it, and so does my waist, and that. Uh, then when I go back to the gym, right? So I'm taking the day off here or there. It's ended up being where I'm working out 5 days a week, but I'm doing maybe like one body part. Like I might do triceps, and then I'm going to do some cardio. I'm going to just see how that works. I won't, like I said, sometimes I won't do the cardio before, just depending on my schedule. Uh, but it's okay, even if you take 2 days to rest in between. I haven't I haven't had 2 days resting from the gym since I started like a month ago or so. And so that's good for my body to have a little bit of extra time to again recuperate, um, rejuvenate, so that when I do head back to the gym, then I'll be in a little more relaxed state, feel like I have the energy, extra energy, I guess, that uh, almost like that extra energy I had when I first started at the gym. It was like, all right, I'm back at the gym, let's go. And then I did like an all around workout where I did a little bit of each body part, chest, back, shoulder, legs, you name it, biceps, triceps, trapezius, the traps, kind of the back of the neck area, uh, and so I was because I had a lot of energy, and I still have a lot of energy, and the reason I'm bringing up the rest is because in our lives, whether it's the gym or whether it's something else, it's not a bad thing that take some rest. It's not a bad thing to slow down for a little bit. It's not hurting anything to just slow it down. And that's something that I've had to uh, do what I practice or what I preach. Like, I'm sharing this. Like I have to do the things. Uh, Otherwise, it doesn't feel right if I'm, saying one thing and doing the other. So it makes more sense to me when I'm able to practice what I talk about, what I share. And as you know, if you've been with us with Voices for Voices, our podcast for a while, I'm as about as transparent as it comes. If you're new to this show, new to the podcast, I'm about as transparent as it comes. I talk about again easy topics, hard topics. Sometimes we laugh, sometimes we cry, sometimes like today, you're just happy to be alive, happy to be uh, able to do this podcast episode, to do this show, to be able to talk, to be able to share, to be an inspiration, hopefully, to at least one person watching and listening, or they may hear from a reshare or a family member or a friend, significant other, colleague, and they might say, you know what? It's all right if I take it easy. I know I can come as I am. So it does not bother us one bit. We talk about being mythical creatures around the world. Well, that's exactly what it is. We're around the world. And so from a branding perspective, we talk a whole lot more culture than we do with politics. Sometimes politics sneaks sneaks their way in, uh, but that's not who we are. We're not a political show. We're not a political podcast. We may have news from time to time, but that's not what our shows are about. Our shows are about being human, things we can do to maybe help. And again, I'm helping my own self by doing this show and all the shows that we do, because one of the best ways to kind of help, a wandering mind is to do journaling, to write about it. You can write about it and then throw it right away, but at least you got it out of your head and then on the paper, or some on your device. Uh, so instead of that, for me, I use the show as a little bit of, well, a lot of journaling. So this Voices for Voices, everything, especially the Voices for Voices podcast, TV show. That's what it's about. It's about sharing what's going on. Some things we may agree on, some things we might not. But that's life. I'm not going to agree with everything. Otherwise, everybody in the world would agree on the same thing, and uh, I, it'd be an interesting thing if that would occur. But being unique is a good thing. And so to close out, come as you are. You don't have to dress a certain way or act a certain way, or doesn't matter. I stutter. I say so and like, and I am by no means the best speaker or any of that. I'm just being a human being, which is what we all are. And I'm sharing human being things, experiences, events, all that. So thank you for being with us for this particular episode. Again, if you can give us a thumbs up, like, follow, subscribe, share, reshare, repost, and pull out that phone and share the Voices for Voices podcast with maybe 25 or 50 contacts you have. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Voices for Voices is not Voices for Voices without you sharing your voice. And that can be by listening, that could be by watching, that could be by speaking, that could be by playing an instrument, that could be by singing, that could be by playing a sport, and on and on and on. We're voices for voices. And so as we close out, let's celebrate all the voices in the world, and let's also be a voice in whatever way that may be, not only for ourselves, but maybe somebody else in need that isn't able to share their voice. So thank you so much. We'll see you on the next show. We're sending our love and support and our prayers to every single one of you. You don't have to be a believer to be a part of the Voices for Voices family, but we will continue to pray for everybody that they are you and they are as prosperous as can be, and that we have big dreams, we have small problems, and we're just helping people. But bye for now.